welcome back. Sims Beauty here with another video. So today I'm going to do a story time on how I met my husband. We tried to talk about this in the husband tag video, but he didn't want to elaborate, so I'm going to tell the story. I did notice that the traffic to my channel is slowing down. I noticed that happened when I made the Let's Talk About Death video. As soon as I put that word death in there, something happened to my channel. So I went back and changed it to Let's Talk About Final Thoughts. And as soon as I did that, I noticed that some views had popped up, like automatically as soon as I changed that word. So I think YouTube has a database that scans for certain keywords, and if those keywords pop up in either your title or your video, I think it kind of like stops the traffic or slows the traffic down to your channel. So hopefully I won't have any more of those issues. If y'all hear noise in the bag, that's Naya cooking. Everybody's home today. Terrence came home, he's here. The two little ones are off today. My husband is here, I'm here, everybody's here, so y'all might hear noise in the bag, you know. Another thing that's about to happen is my set is about to change, because I try to change my like my house with the seasons. My favorite seasons are fall and winter, so I'm really about to be happy. The summertime, I really can't stand it. I'm not as happy as I am when I'm happy, like when fall and winter comes. So I already purchased all my stuff. It's actually in that corner right there. It's been there for like 2 weeks. So yeah, you'll see some changes to my background. Again, I'm also going to take these curtains down. I want to get wooden blinds. I would love to change the curtains on the side to like a burnt orange color, but I don't want Pancake to keep climbing up my curtains. So I might get some valances. I'm not sure yet, but I am going to work on changing that. I just have to figure out what color wood do I want the blinds to be made, because if I go too dark, it's going to look dark in here, and I thrive off of the light. So yeah, I have to figure that one out. All right, I already talked like 2.5 minutes already about not my story time, so I'm going to talk about it now. All right, so I met my husband in 2001. I was 19 years old. I was fresh out of high school. I graduated in June, so I started college in either August or September. I didn't take a break or anything. I was majoring in criminal justice, and my husband was in my juvenile delinquency class. So when I initially started college, my mindset was just to start school and graduate and go on to the next college. Pancake, what are you doing? Pancake's acting crazy again. I think he just has like a lot of energy and he needs to burn it out. So I met my husband 2001. I was 19. Juvenile delinquency was the class. So I go there, and I'm one of those type of people. I just go to class. I don't see people. But I just happened to scan the room that day and said, ooh, that guy sure is handsome, but I'm going to stay away from him because I'm not here for that. I'm here for school. So we had like a couple classes together, and then they kind of forced us to be in groups to work on like some type of class presentation or whatever. So my husband ended up in my group, and at the time it was like another girl in that class who liked him. So I was like, she can have him, because you know, when it comes to relationships, for me, I never go looking for people. People just kind of come to me. So, yeah, the other girl liked them. So I was like, you know, hey, I hope they make it, or whatever the case may be. I'm just going to, you know. But I could tell that my husband was interested in me, because it would seem like every time we had to do a group project or something, he would try to be in my group. So, I remember the first time we was in a group, he was asking me about like, how old are you? And then I told him I had a son at the time. I think Terrence was 2. He was about to turn 3. And my son has an older son. That's a couple, I think like 3 years older than Terrence. 2 or 3 years older than Terrence. So both our babies well, his kids are my kids too. So our baby's birthday are in the same month. Terrence's birthday is October 8th and Shaquan's birthday is October 23rd. So I'm talking about, you know, I got to do this birthday party, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And then my husband asked me how old I was. I was like, I'm 19. How old are you? And he was like, I'm 28. I was like, you're lying. You are not 28 years old. How old are you? He was like, 28. I was like, let me see your ID. Sure enough, he pulled it out and it said he was born on Christmas Day. I said, oh my God, this man is 28 years old. He looks really good for his age, right? Did that stop me that he was 28 years old? Not really, because mostly everybody I dated was older than me. Not saying I go for older guys. That's just what I attract. So I was like, oh, wow. So I was working at the school at the time. I was working in the music department as like a administrative assistant. So my husband would come past my office every day and just pop in or whatever. And at the time he had a foundation. It was like Lighthouse 2002 or Lighthouse 2001, one of them, but it was like a suicide prevention foundation, and he asked me if I could help him with it, and I was like, sure. So he would come to my office like after he was done his class, and then I would just sit there for a couple hours and try to help him with his stuff, and then I would go to my son's school and pick him up. So sorry, I'm trying to remember what happened after that. I'm sorry, y'all. My train of thought. Told y'all I had bad memory. So I started helping him with his 2001 thing. So we just started spending more time together, right? And initially, when me and my husband first met each other, we were not big fans of each other because I was from a part of Philly. If you're from Philly, I lived up near the Northeast Airport. And like back in the day, it wasn't a lot of African Americans up there. We was like the only ones. It was me, my cousins, and my other cousins. We all lived on the same street, but me and my other cousins, they lived in a complex, and then my other aunt lived in the middle between us. So we could just walk up the block. Well, it was a long road, but we could just walk up the block and, you know, go to our relative's house. So we started spending a lot of time together. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that we didn't like each other. So I was from the Northeast, and he was from North Philly, and my grandma used to always be like, oh, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Her whole her whole interpretation on people who live in North Philly, I didn't pick that up. But she was trying to tell me, you know, whatever. So, I remember we would be in class, and the first time that I felt like we didn't like each other, we had the teacher had asked a question about, do you think you're a product of your environment? My husband said yes. I said no. We debated almost the whole class, and I was like, I don't like him because he think he know everything, and I guess he felt like I don't like her because she thinks she know everything. And then when he found out where I was from, I found out where he was from. It was just like, no, this ain't gonna work. So I was helping him, and one day we stayed kind of late. I had asked my grandma could she go pick up my son from school, and we had one. He was like, do you want to get something to eat? And I was like, sure. It was like a Chinese restaurant up the street from our college. So we walked up there, and the first thing I noticed, like, dude, why do your phone keep ringing and you keep answering it? Like, and his phone still rings crazy. My husband knows so many people. It's so ridiculous. Let me hurry up because I'm making this video too long. So after we ate, I remember clearly as day. I could tell you what my husband had on. He had on a gray polo suit. I think he had black Timbs, but the hiking boots, and a white t-shirt. I can't remember. No, I think I do. I don't know what I had on because it was so many different days that was so close together. I kind of get mixed up my outfits. So he was like, he stood on the corner because we were like about to catch the bus or whatever. So he was waiting for me to get on the bus. So he was like, well, why don't you give me a chance? I was like, a chance at what? He was like, being your boyfriend. I was like, I gotta think about that. So that night I gave him my number, and yes, he called me that day. He was like, could you call me, let me know you got home safe? So I did. And when I first met my husband, I couldn't understand a word that he was saying, because my husband, he mumbles a lot. He doesn't open his mouth when he talks, so everything kind of sounds mushed up. So when I first start talking to him, I would have to turn my TV off. I would have to be in the room with the door closed, and I would literally have to like close my eyes and really, really try to listen to what he said, because the way he talks is, you know. So that was in like September, and then my son had his birthday party. He asked me how that was, and then November came, and somehow we just started dating. I'm not sure how that happened, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember him asking me to be his girlfriend or anything. Yeah. So, my husband, we have a lot of stories like that in our relationship. I'll tell you about how he proposed to me another day. So, yeah, we did that. So November came, and he ended up coming to my grandma's house and spending Thanksgiving with us. He spent Christmas with us, and he had actually bought Terrence this Bob the Builder truck. And Terrence turned 3. Now Terrence is about to turn. Pancake, what are you doing? Not Pancake. Terrence is about to turn 20. And Terrence still has that truck that my husband bought him when he was 3 years old. That's how much Terrence loved that truck. Yeah, so that's pretty much how we met each other. We didn't like each other at first. For whatever reason, it seemed like it was a long time between August and November, but it really wasn't. Oh my God. How did he get me so fast? I don't know. Well, that was my story time, guys, on how I met my husband. I'll do another story time for y'all on how he proposed to me. I know it sounds very weird that I don't remember him asking me to be his girlfriend, but he didn't. Yeah. All right, guys. So in case nobody told you today that you are enough, you are just the way you are with no strings attached. And if no one told you that they loved you today, I love you. So until next time, guys, peace, love, and blessings. Until the next one.